lot of students come with their whole show reel from everything they've done at uni. And invariably, you've got the bad stuff you did in your first year and maybe the good stuff that you've got at the end. But when we see it, we don't know what order it's come in. So we recommend people, if you've got one 5-second clip that will blow our socks off, just put that on there. You know, it's much better to do that. My name's Oli Hyatt. I'm Creative Director here at Blue-Zoo. Creative Director here is quite a broad remit. I'm essentially left alone to come up with new ideas for TV shows, or look for new business, or look at where we're going to sort of expand in the future. Blue-Zoo is a fairly large animation studio, but we like to try and maintain a sort of small boutique-y feel. We make adverts, we make programs, we're moving into films, we do corporate work, so anything with animation in, I'm sure we're doing it somewhere in the building. I'm very dyslexic, so when I did A-levels, I did stuff that I enjoyed or could do. So I did A-level in art with art history, an A-level in theatre studies, and an advanced GMVQ in art and design. What that meant is that I could spend my entire days for 2 years painting and drawing and sticking and acting and improvising. And I had thought about being a fine artist, but again, that's a very sort of risky path. So an animator seemed like a slightly more stable option somewhere in the middle. To work in animation, I think the typical image is little bearded, pale-skinned men. I think that's changing quite a lot with the technology that's coming in, because you can come from a much more creative base rather than a technology base. I think a lot of us are sort of shy actors, I guess. I mean, loads of people here, you know, they'll film each other to do their little shots. They've got mirrors on their desks to do the mouth shapes for their characters. But in general, we tend to be quite sort of reserved characters, and we sort of express ourselves through a sort of secondary medium of these other things we bring to life. I think you can be either really, really creative, or you can still be really, really geeky. There's in the whole pipeline of animation, there's a whole sort of breadth of characters we've got in the office, which makes it really sort of an interesting day-to-day working environment. I don't think there's a right or wrong way of getting your portfolio or show reel seen. I always suggest different ways to people, but you know, I always say, oh, you know, don't give up, be persistent. But then I equally get frustrated by the same person phoning me every day. So I don't think there's a right or wrong way, but I think there are really nice sort of creative ways you can do it. For example, we had a girl who made a complete jigsaw of blue animals with herself in the middle of it. And she made a box, and it was called Where Alex Fits in Blue-Zoo. So she'd gone to the trouble of making a Blue-Zoo with her in the middle of it, and she just sort of snuck into her office and popped it on the reception desk and legged it. And you know, I chased her up the road, because anyone that goes to that much effort, targeted effort to work for your company, you know, it deserves at least to speak to you. We didn't have a job for her immediately then, but pretty soon, you know, we invited her back in, and we got her in at a low-level job, and she worked her way up. But there are many ways: favours, friends, if you know anyone in the industry. We had a girl here that couldn't get a job anywhere in the industry. She worked for us for a couple of years, and we allowed her to train while she was on the job. She then went to Aardman for a year, and she's now animating at Pixar, and that's someone that genuinely couldn't get a foot in the door anywhere. So, you know, it is being persistent. It's, you know, any way of getting your foot in the door is good. But don't phone me every day. We try and employ people who are sort of more creatively based, so guys in the office who are maybe doing a comping job or doing you know, a regular job on a show. They come and pitch us in ideas, some of which we're trying to take forward into shows. We allow people the opportunity, if they've worked with us on one show, to sort of move up much more easier to become directors or lead animators. We try and make it feel more like a family and feel like we're all benefiting. So we offer profit participation, and there's people become shareholders when they've been here long enough. So we try and make it feel like a creative team rather than people are just sort of pigeonholed into their comping or tracking or lighting. And we don't believe in things like runners, because I often see runners around the industry just fetching cups of tea or stuff like that, and I don't get the benefit of that. So if people come to work here, even if they're at a very starter level, they'll be doing a genuine job and getting time on equipment. If you really, really implicitly trust the people you're working with, then it doesn't matter whether you get outvoted at meetings, which I constantly do because I'm the sort of creative one who would put his hand up and do pretty much anything, whereas the other two are much more grounded, you know, but they outvote me, I go home, I have my creative paddy, and then I come in the next day and, you know, I trust them enough to think that they're right, and then we'll start again or we'll look at a compromise. But that's the most important thing, you know. Possibly don't go into business with your friends, but also if you do, make sure they're people that you sort of implicitly trust their opinions. My proudest moment would be winning the BAFTA for Production Company of the Year last year.
And the BAFTA goes to Blue-Zoo Productions!
Thank you so much. This means so much to us. Thank you.
For the company to sort of get recognised as a whole, because it isn't just us. You know, there are so many, 125 people working here, and it's sort of all thanks to them that it happened. So it was a really proud moment to get recognised for a body of work.